will be brutally honest. Ain't nothing but being brutally honest. Coming at you with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Wyoming's running back, Titus Swen. How's it going, bro?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Looking more into your career at Wyoming, man, you had your first 1,000-yard season as a junior, right?
Yes, sir.
Got to be a bell cow out there. So what really got you into football at the early stage when you were younger?
Oh, really? It was my parents. We came over here from Liberia through the refugee program when I was about 5 years old, and we moved into like a troubling neighborhood, and they didn't want me like just be in the streets all day, so they like enrolled me in the Boys and Girls Club, and that's when I saw like some kids outside playing football, and I was like, I want to give that a try, and that's when it took off from there.
Yeah, sometimes you got to find a purpose, and sometimes the streets can be a little difficult to overcome. But when you find a purpose like sports, man, it gets you away from that trouble.
Sure, most definitely.
So you came from a country like what is it again?
Liberia.
Oh, Liberia. Yeah, that's right down Africa, huh?
Yes, sir. West Coast.
West Coast. Okay, cool. So what other positions did you play in football besides running back?
I have some experience at safety, some experience at receiver. So that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Safety and receiver, I would say.
The safety kind of has something to do with the running back a little bit because of the physical style of play and all that stuff. So you came from Liberia and then you come from somewhere close to the Dallas area. So it had to be a pretty tough neighborhood down there, huh?
Yeah, I was in the Arlington area.
Arlington, yeah. But so when you look at it, man, you had one of your best breakout seasons, and I was kind of wondering what made you declare it so early as a junior.
Honestly, I talked to my parents, and I talked to one of my Asian friends about it, and then they were like, "We could see you like going another year, going to a bigger program or whatnot. But if you come out, I mean, there's a possibility somebody might pick you up, and you can just advance your skills at the NFL level instead of having to go through that college process again."
I guess you can't go wrong with it. You had one of your best seasons where you had over 1,000 yards, but was there like any other offers besides Wyoming that offer you a scholarship to play football?
Coming out of high school, I had an offer from SMU. I had one from Arizona State. I had one from Kansas and San Diego State. But when I was coming out and I was making calls to like the coaches and all that, nobody was picking up my calls, and then Wyoming hit me up last moment, like a couple weeks before the signing day, and they're like, "We're gonna fly you and your parents out here for a visit, like an official visit. Like we're not gonna do unofficial. We're just gonna get right to business." And then I went over there, met with Coach Bowl, met with all the staff, met with Gordy, and I just fell in love with the place after that. And then I just had to sign.
I mean, what's the difference from living in Texas to moving in Wyoming area?
I'm in the Fort Worth area, so it's not much like big of a difference. I'm in more of the rural area, so I'm not like close to the city. So, I mean, when living up in Wyoming, you would have to just live there for real to really experience the difference, like between the two cities. Because I couldn't explain it to somebody that came from like California, like going to Wyoming.
It's got to be something with country style, right? Like a little more.
It was mostly just flat land mostly, like a couple houses. There's like Laramie, but that's basically it for real.
Yeah, a couple of my friends who went down to Wyoming, they tell me it's always good to go camping down there because of the outdoors and all that stuff over there.
Yeah, most definitely. It was beautiful scenery out there.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good question right here. Does Titus Swan have a football nickname?
I go by Sensei or Thanos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So Thanos on the football field, man. So you
Yeah.
gotta you make everything disappear on the football field when you play in that Wyoming, man.
Yeah, I showed it on film, so yes, sir.
So what was one of your best games overall, like as far as
Uh,
your talent?
Honestly, I feel like I had like two best games. I would say Boise State, even though we can't, unfortunately, we lost that game, and I would also say both of my years versus Utah State.
Yeah, Boise State's got a really good squad, so it's like when you have that kind of breakout game, it speaks volume. And Utah State's pretty solid. So I mean, they got some good teams here and there, but in the Mountain West, it's pretty tough because I come from Fresno State, so we see you guys every now and then. So I'm pretty sure I'm pretty aware of you going down to Bulldog Stadium and all that. So I think I've seen you played around there. So you were that guy. But like here's a good question right here. What made you decide to be a football player?
Honestly, I wanted to do basketball, but I didn't really grow that much. So football was more like what I stuck to, and I also wanted to do track. Like football was like my third option for real, because we didn't have football in Africa. We just had like just regular sports, so I didn't really gravitate towards football until like middle school, for real. Like when I started like seeing that I was actually talented in that area.
So was there like any other player that you model your game after?
Uh, I started really liking Adrian Peterson when I was a kid. So that's why I modeled my game after, like when I started getting into like higher capacity in sports and stuff.
Yeah, physical back that came out of the University of Oklahoma, one of
So,
the best backs for the Vikings. I mean, he's still doing it, but I mean, it's just a lot of running backs of his caliber, man. Physical, got the size, the speed.
most definitely, he was an all around back.
Yep. That's what I like about it. Oh, I like this question. As far as running back position, what is your favorite scheme as far as I guess it's like the scheme is like balance rushing attack, power rushing attack, zone blocking scheme, power gap, inside zone.
My favorite scheme, honestly, inside zone, because I feel like I can pick apart the defense better than running outside zone. Because if I run outside zone, they know I'm running to that side. But if I run inside zone, I can take it left or right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are like kind of like those run plays where they open it up pretty well for you, and they got everything for those plays. I mean, looking at your talent wise, I mean, you were able to catch the ball at the backfield a little bit here and there, so you got some of that skill set that most teams are looking at. So, was there like any other teams that you worked out with during the Senior Bowl or Combine? Oh, not Senior Bowl. I mean the Pro Days or something like that.
Pro days, I worked out with the Packers and the Dolphins. They both came out and watched my pro day. But
Oh, so the Dolphins are pretty interesting. I guess Granddad's a Dolphins fan, so I guess he might want to be intrigued by you. So, Dolphins and Packers, I guess you can't go wrong with either team. But I mean, I guess this is just a question. I don't think it matters to what you think of the question. But hey, if you had to choose, which football team would you love to be drafted by, and why?
if I had to choose, like honestly, if I had to choose, I'd have to say the Cowboys, honestly,
Okay.
I grew up around this area, and I just grew up like repping that star. So to be drafted by the Cowboys, I feel like I would get a lot of community support.
Oh yeah, you get to wear that star. You get to share the backfield with Tony Pollard. I mean, it could be a great situation. I mean, but as far as like all that, why should any other team draft you, and why?
Why? Because I'm really like a sleeper pick. And for me, if you watch my film, you can see I can do everything like the big names backs are doing. Even you can probably say I can even do it better. Even if you watch the PA game, you can see I was like I was competing with those type of athletes, and I was holding my own, even though coming from a school like Wyoming in the Mountain West.
Yeah, I think competition doesn't matter as long as you can play at the next level. We've seen a lot of guys who come from the very small schools like Wyoming. I mean, when you think of Wyoming, you think of guys like Josh Allen, and I think there was another running back who came out too, but he was drafted
Brian
by the
Hill.
yeah Brian Hale. There you go, that dude. I mean, it depends on how you come, but how do you prepare for games? As like
It depends how I'm feeling. Like I prepare like a couple days earlier. Like I just it's weird for me. I would say. I mean, it wouldn't be weird for like different type of athletes, but I put on a song, and if I like start like feeling, if I start feeling tingly to that song, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm tapped in for this week. If
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like nothing when I play like a certain song, then I know I gotta prepare a different way. But if I like listen to like a certain future song or like just a different song, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can visualize what I'm doing on the field like right now as I'm listening to the song.
Oh yeah, the song has to definitely be on the groove of what if you're feeling it or not. So it's like
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's another routine you do like in pre-games. I mean, like what's like your go-to pre-game, like the routine type of work?
I got a pregame. I don't really do much. I usually like try to take a little nap before the games because
I'll
I'm
take it.
yeah, if I don't feel like I'm tired, like if I don't feel like I need to go to sleep before the games, I don't feel like I'm ready. So I try to get myself tired out and then take a little nap before coach starts coming in and doing his little speeches. I don't know if that's weird, but I just like give me a couple
Uh,
10
just be
minutes for a nap.
just be a little relaxed. Usually sleeping a little bit just gets you off your mind a little bit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, Steve McNair did it before, so it kind of has that habit. It works well. It gets away from the stress and all that stuff. So that's a good way to do it. Take a little rest. Don't think too much. Just play your part. That's it. It's plain and simple when it comes down to it. Like just be more. But what sets you apart from other running backs?
Honestly, I just keep getting at it. I mean, I'm always like overlooked, and I always find a way to put my name out there. So I mean, if you see me compared to somebody else, you're gonna be like, okay, he can run the ball, he can run, but Titus is running with a different type of passion behind him. He's catching the ball with it. Catching the ball and taking tight turns instead of making wide turns. He's doing like a simple little things to really elevate his game.
Oh yeah, that's something. I mean, playing from a small school, have a blue chip on your shoulder, and you play with a little physical style. I mean, you're starting to. You were showing a lot of your talent wise. I mean, your junior year was pretty much your best tape that I've seen. I mean, but there was pretty much a lot of other tapes I've seen, and you can be an every down back at the next level if they give you the opportunity, or be like one of those complimentary backs.
Yeah, that's all I need is opportunity.
Yeah, man, it's most definitely like. I mean, I think at the next level, man, whoever takes a chance on you is going to get somebody who can take the physical punishment, make some plays here and there. But see, I guess this guy's too excited for those Dolphins. But I guess some people may agree with with the Cowboys and some of the other stuff. But I guess if you were to go from the Wyoming Cowboys to the Dallas Cowboys, that would be a simple transition because you'll be right next to your house. So why not play close to your hometown? But I don't think it matters who you go to, right?
Most definitely not. I mean, as long as I get my foot in the door, then I'm gonna take over wherever I'm at.
So outside of football, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food, I would say ribs or some wings.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm a carnivore, so I like to eat all types of different types of meat. So anything like I gotta be spicy though. I don't like regular food. Yeah.
Oh yeah, regular. I mean, spicy's got to be something into the food. I mean, so outside of football, what do you usually do like as your hobbies or stuff that you do?
I usually try to do like different types of like artwork. I like doing puzzles. I just finished this 1,000 piece puzzle about different bird wings. I just like get my mind off of it. Like I do like bizarre things. I'll go walk around the Hobby Lobby and look at stuff. Just go outside, go fish, ride my longboard, just do stuff like that.
Oh, that's good, man. I mean, you just come up with puzzles and artwork. I guess it's something to keep you more focused on other stuff and keeps you in the right mindset. What's your favorite music right here?
My favorite music, I mean, I like all types of music. Depends, but my favorite would be Future.
Oh, Future, man. Oh yeah, he's got some good music and all that stuff. I mean, I haven't heard much of his songs for quite a while, but
Yeah,
you
I
get
like both better. So
yeah, Tony Montana.
yeah, I was bumping that back in the day.
Yeah, that'd be kind of tight, man. Just imagine just imagine if you just went to that team that had that theme song under it, bro. You'd probably be a nice ace on the team, but
That would be a dream come true right there.
yeah. So what other sports that you enjoy watching, or what other stuff you like to watch, like movies wise and all that stuff?
I like watching like adult cartoons. So like,
Oh,
yeah, like Rick and Morty, Family Guy, American Dad, like stuff like that.
oh, American Dad, I like that show. What about Futurama?
Yeah, I watched that a lot. Yeah, like
Oh man, I mean Futurama, but what about you ever watch some of those Netflix shows like Cobra Kai and other shows?
I seen them, but I never really tuned into Cobra Kai. I mean, yeah, I never really like tuned in, but I seen like the previews for it and all that.
Okay, so as far as like, do you even watch any other wrestling stuff or any other sports?
Uh, I mean, I watch some MMA when it comes on pay per view, some boxing. I mean, I don't really like to watch sports. I like to like get away from sports when I'm like not participating in it because it takes like a lot of my mind, and I get like really into it. Like I'll start yelling at the TV and doing all that. Like I'm that into it, so I gotta get away from it when I'm not into it.
Oh yeah, I guess there's other stuff to do. I mean, but what is your most difficult class that you had to take at Wyoming?
I would say I had to take a cloud class, like a weather cloud class. That was a difficult class right
Man, must it be because it has some different type of work on it. I
there.
mean,
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just looking up, and like, okay, I see
I
you.
mean, yeah, but I mean, as far as all that, man, I guess there's another team in mind. But let's just say hypothetically, let's just say randomly, would you even be cool with just complimentary with Cam Akers from the Rams? Like if you were just the other back. I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd be happy with any other team.
Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, I have to work out my because I know they take a lot of out of taxes and all that at the Rams. I got to work out how that goes, but
Mm. So, are you scheduled to visit other teams besides those other teams you mentioned?
I have a meeting with my agent tomorrow, so I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna see what he says.
Any other interest from the Niners or not?
I've been hearing from their running back coach a lot, so I mean, hopefully they pull the trigger on me come 3 days of draft. But
They have something in store, man. Like if they're not talking to you, it doesn't mean they're not interested. It probably means they're definitely low key interested in you.
hopefully,
Hopefully, man. That's what we hope for. But like I don't know how this front office does it, bro. Like they kind of make it sound like smoke screens with interest of somebody else, but it turns out the other way around. So it could be low key because you said the running backs coach does like you in some ways. So there's got to be some little interest there, just under the radar.
yeah, fingers crossed on that.
Yeah. I already answered that question, wide receiver plug. He said the Cowboys. Let's see. Liberian dish.
That's my favorite one. I got a lot. I mean, I like to eat fried soup, if you know what that is. Like it's just like simmered. I don't know how to explain. You just gotta eat a fried soup, and so I like to eat beans and rice. I'm forgetting what this is called. Like I just asked my mom to make it just a couple hours ago. I'm just slipping my mind. But
Oh, here's an interesting question as far as like football topics. Like, who is the best quarterback of all time?
I wouldn't know that question. Honestly, I wouldn't know that question.
Okay, so no comment on that one, Tommy. I don't think he wants to go to that question, but I'm pretty sure, man, it's got to be an exciting journey, bro. When did you know that you were just ready to go at the next level, man?
I knew I was ready. Like as soon as I started getting locked into football, like I made a plan coming out of high school. I was like, first year, I'm not gonna sit on the bench. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm gonna come in, work as hard as I can, try to earn my spot on the field, and that's what I did. Unfortunately, I tore my MCL that freshman season, and then. But I always had a plan. Like I'm only gonna spend 3-4 years in college, and I'm gonna get out. Like I'm not gonna waste my time. Or not like waste my time, but I'm not gonna be in there just trying to play football. I'm trying to get to the next level.
I guess sometimes declaring isn't always a bad thing, but sometimes you want to boost up your draft stock a little more
Yeah.
but I guess it's okay because you get an opportunity, and you get to get a new journey. You know, the draft journey's got to be very stressful. I mean, it's got to be very rewarding, but happy at the same time. I mean, you have to like, it's just something you dream of for quite some time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one. What was your favorite class at Wyoming?
My favorite class at Wyoming, I'd say some of the athlete classes that we took like at the facility, because you could like bring your breakfast, like all that, and you got to be around people like you actually like knew every day, and you could like really and feel comfortable.
Oh, yeah, anything with the sports type of PE class, it's got to be the simplest one to do. I mean, I could just do some basketball, even if I make a couple shots during the semester, man. They still give you a passing grade, so it's like. Oh, here's a good question. I don't know about the running back thing, but if you, this is obvious, man. I don't know why we got to go there, but let's say Frank Gore, Barry Sanders, man. Like if you had to choose the best out of those two.
Sanders.
What?
I'm gonna go Barry Sanders on that.
Yeah, he had a short career. He had the most accomplished yards. I mean, Gore played at a longevity career. Barry did it on a short time. So Barry was just one of the best, just on a really bad team that actually could have been something. But Frank Gore played for how long? 16 plus years?
Yeah, I think he like recently just retired.
Yeah. He recently retired, and he looks like he might just work with the Niners scout team. So maybe he might keep an eye on you.
Yeah, hey, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, no worries, Grandizer. I got that question about the difficult class part. It was something with the cloud class he was talking about. Oh, what type of energy you bring on the football field, man?
I bring the game changing energy. I feel like you can be like, okay, we depend on you. Like right now, we need you to show out, and I'm gonna be that person to show out.
Oh man, yeah, show out, man. So. Do you do the talking, or do you let your play do the talking?
Most definitely let my play do the talking. I mean, once you run the ball like I do, I mean, you're not gonna want to stand in the way for 3-4 reps of that.
Oh yeah, sometimes the talking kind of humbles other people when they get over it, but when you let the play do the talking, man, it just speaks for itself. I mean, it has to be very like kind of like, you know, when you look back at playing football, man, what is something that you when you come into the league, you want to improve on the most?
I look back, I would say everything, honestly. To my route running, my pass catching, my vision on the field. I mean, there's a lot of aspects I can like improve as a player. I mean, I can't just pick one off the bat, but I just want to improve on everything and show everybody that I'm the guy that they went to go get.
Okay, yeah, because you know when you come into the lead, there's gonna have to be certain spots to improve on the most because the lead's all about quick and fast, and you just gotta make your money and all that stuff. But what is your favorite pregame food and drink, like your meals?
Slim Jims and Skittles.
Ooh, Skittles, man! You're trying to be like Marshawn Lynch out there with that little Skittles, man. Is it sour Skittles, regular Skittles, or berry Skittles? Or which ones?
I'm on regular Skittles right now. I don't eat like Sour Patch Kids when it comes to sour, like Sour Patch Kids when it comes to sour. Yeah,
I like the Warheads type of sour ones mostly.
I used to eat those when I was like a lot younger, but I grew out of that. That was too sour for me.
Sometimes people grow out of it, but I guess I don't know. This is just a funny question. This guy comes up with the funniest questions of all. Can Titus give us a good old fashioned University of Wyoming Cowboys? Yippee ki yay!
Yippee ki yay!
There you go. Hey, Grant Desert just has some really good questions, bro. Like this dude comes up with the funniest questions. Like, yeah, I always like the sour Skittles mostly because it has some good taste with regular Skittles is good. Berry Skittles is all right.
I never had the berry Skittles for real.
Yeah, they're good.
I need to go get some after this.
For sure, man. You got all that juice and that energy, so there's got to be something that you would definitely do. It just has to be very rewarding just for all that hard work you put in, man. So it's like, I believe whoever takes a chance on you or drafts you in general, bro, they're getting somebody that has something to prove. I mean, I guess you can say you're kind of more of an unfinished product because you declared early and you still have potential to be like one of those backs out there.
I still got more work to do. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just because you declare early doesn't mean you're somebody they should take. No, they need to take a chance on this kid, man. I mean, you look like you can be an every down back or a good complimentary back.
Most definitely.
Oh, how did you recover after a game? Like if you lose, like after you lose, how do you recover from this defeat?
And I mean, I watched like I played. I didn't even gotta watch the film. I just played back and forth in my head. And I just tried to just relax. Honestly, like it might take me like 24, 48 hours to like really play everything through my head and like go through what I did as a player, what I did wrong, and to improve for the next game. Because I mean, it gets on me bad when you lose. It's like, dang, okay, what did I do wrong? Instead of like, what the team do wrong. It's like, what did I do? So I just try to look at what I did wrong and try to improve that for next week.
Yeah, always got to look at the little flaws and little mistakes, man, because that's what separates from guys who win or lose. Sometimes the ones who lose isn't the bad thing. It's just you learn from a defeat and you learn to get better down the stretch. So it's like a lot of the greats, you see a lot of guys like Barry Sanders, bro. He's gone from defeats, but this guy became one of the best backs. And despite playing for the Detroit Lions, bro,
Yeah,
the guy had something to play for. So, like, there's difference between guys who win Super Bowls and guys who come from defeat. But if you come from working and putting your heart into this team and you build a promising program, bro, it's everything's possible. You know,
yeah,
it can take one bad team and it maybe take a couple of years to do a quick turnaround.
most definitely.
So was Wyoming a winning program when you came there?
I didn't really know much about Wyoming like before they offered me. Like honestly, I didn't even know there was a state. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like they offered me, they're like, "Do you even know where Wyoming is?" I was like, honestly, I don't know where it's located at. I don't even know if y'all play football over there.
Yeah, I don't know about that part, man. Because I think he declared for the. I mean, he declared for the draft. So once you declare, there's no way you go back into college, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's either you get to the NFL or not. And even some players do. They have a really good career. So I guess he approves this. He wants the Dolphins to take a chance on you, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, it can't be anything wrong, bro. Like, they're talking about your statue and your stats. I mean, you had one of your best seasons of your junior, which was like over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. You caught the ball at the backfield. I think there's a lot of talent. Maybe there's a team that will definitely take a chance on you. So whether my team drafts you or not, I'm definitely going to wish you the best of luck. I'm going to root for you, man. I want you to succeed. I want you to reach the top of the mountain, man. Maybe you hoist that Lombardi trophy or anything that comes to mind or any other team. Doesn't matter whether you're on a losing end of the team or on the winning of the end of the team.
yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
No problem, man. So before we end this show, tell everybody where they can find your social media platform and just tell everybody how you feel about this NFL draft journey, man.
I mean, it's a dream come true, most definitely. Like when I first declared, I couldn't believe like I declared, but it was just like I just felt like I needed to make that big step instead of it wouldn't be like taking little steps, but instead of staying there in the position I was in. But seeing the whole process, going to the NFLPA game, really seeing how they treat NFL guys like at the top level, and it was just like a different outlook for me, especially being like the only kid in your family that like plays football. So like just taking those steps, like it just changed my outview or just outlook on like what I'm getting myself into.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I guess I'll answer maybe a couple more questions from these guys, and then we'll end it here. If there was a billboard with five of your traits, which five traits would be up there?
Football traits or personal traits?
Football traits, I'm assuming.
Football traits, speed, power, elusiveness, hands, blocking, team player.
Oh, I like that, man. That's good right there. That's good quality traits right there. Okay, there's a good question right here before we end it here. So, if you had a chance to pick with any other NFL player, past or present, who would you hang out with and why?
I have to say Ray Lewis, honestly. Just to pick his brain a little bit, how he went about his day, just being a dog for so many years. Just yeah. just growing up, you always see Ray Lewis videos. Any position you're at, you play quarterback, you play running back, you always look at your phone and be like, oh yeah, that's Ray Lewis right there. And you just hear him speak, and then you just feel the passion in his voice and like what he goes about and how he like lives his life. And that's this player I like to meet, sit down with, pick his brain a little bit.
Oh, that's a good one right there because especially with the way he talks, he's a motivator, and I think he would give you the best advice about your NFL journey, bro. He would just tell you just be blessed and just be thankful for the opportunity. But for everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in. And for Titus, I wish him the best of luck and definitely go and root for this kid to succeed at the next level. Whoever drafts this kid, they're getting a guy that has a lot left to prove at the next level, man. This guy is a junior. He declared early, so they're taking a product that's unfinished but got a lot of potential to take it to the next level, man.
Sir.
All right, man. Thank you for your time. And for everybody else, CG is out and Titus is out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.